Welcome to Vanta Pulse. By now, you've probably heard the prophecy. Japan may be hit by a massive earthquake on July 5th, 2025. This chilling prediction comes from Japanese artist Ryo Tatsuki. In her self-published comic, The Future I Saw, she documented vivid dreams she claimed to have recorded over the years. At first, no one paid much attention until the 2011 Tōhoku earthquake and tsunami. Why? Because one of her dreams reportedly predicted that exact disaster down to the date. In the 2021 complete edition of her comic, Tatsuki added new context to her visions, including a terrifying entry pointing to July 5th, 2025 at 4:18 a.m. She described a massive undersea quake south of Japan, the sea boiling up, and a tsunami possibly larger than the one in 2011. With July 5th now just over a month away, many people are taking this seriously. So, should we? Let's take a deeper look at this prophecy. Watch until the end. What you learn might change how seriously you take it. Ryo Tatsuki is a Japanese manga artist born on December 2nd, 1954, in Kanagawa Prefecture. She began her career in 1975, contributing to various publications. While she's not widely known in the mainstream manga world, her self-published works gained attention for exploring deeply personal and spiritual themes. The Future I Saw didn't make waves at first, but after the 2011 earthquake, everything changed. Tatsuki claims she had been dreaming about tsunamis since she was 10 years old. When the 2011 disaster struck, many believed it was what she had foreseen. But in her dream, people were wearing short sleeves, so it couldn't have taken place in winter. And the tsunami she saw? Much bigger. That's why she believes the real disaster might still be coming. Let's take a closer look at some of the dreams she's recorded, starting with those in her original comic. Here are the dreams Tatsuki included in her 1999 edition of The Future I Saw, Freddie Mercury's death. In 1976, Tatsuki dreamed that Freddie Mercury had died. 10 years later, she dreamed of a Queen exhibition. Only 3 statues were present. Freddie was missing. On November 24th, 1991, Freddie Mercury passed away. The woman in the bomb shelter. On August 27th, 1989, she dreamed of a woman standing silently in a cave. A year later, Tatsuki stumbled upon an abandoned bomb shelter, just days before a murder took place there. The victim looked eerily like the woman from her dream. The Crossroads. On September 14th, 1993, she dreamed of an empty crossroads and an angry old woman. Exactly 1 year later, she walked down that same road, on the way to her uncle's funeral. The baby on the news. In October 1995, she dreamed of a baby's face. 2 months later, during a hostage crisis on national TV, the same baby appeared among the victims. The man without love. She once dreamed of a man saying,
"I don't feel love for this woman."
A month later, a friend going through a breakup showed her a photo of her ex. It was the same man. The name, Diana. In 1992, a voice whispered one word,
Diana.
5 years later, Princess Diana died tragically. Tatsuki later noted that her dream felt peaceful, not deathly. She also included a tsunami dream from 1981, where she saw 3 ferries and a massive wave hitting in the summer of 1996. Though that event didn't occur, she later said it might have symbolized something else, or a different timeline. In the complete edition released in October 2021, Tatsuki expanded her explanations and included previously unpublished dreams. The 2011 earthquake. She wrote the date March 11th, 2011 appeared in a dream before her 1999 comic was published. That's why she placed the date subtly on the cover, even though it wasn't a full story in the book. Mount Fuji eruptions. She had 3 separate dreams of Mount Fuji erupting, dated August 20th, 1991, May 27th, 2002, and June 11th, 2005. The woman in the sky. On January 2nd, 1995, she dreamed the earth split open, and a woman appeared in the sky. Terrified, Tatsuki begged to go with her. the woman replied,
"I will come back for you in 5 years."
In 1999, Tatsuki abruptly retired, perhaps fearing that the woman would return in 2000. Her own funeral. On November 26, 1995, Tatsuki dreamed of her own funeral. People wore white, just as she had always wished. The man who knew her. In another dream, she met a man she didn't recognize. Later, she realized it was Sathya Sai Baba, the Indian spiritual leader. In 1998, she traveled to India and met him in real life, exactly as in her dream. Sai Baba looked at her and simply said,
I know.
That moment unlocked a powerful memory. Tatsuki believed Sai Baba had once lived as an English reporter in the 1800s, and she had been his daughter. While in India, Tatsuki had another vision, one she couldn't shake. She wasn't sure if it was a volcano, bomb, or earthquake, but she clearly saw the date, July 5th, 2025. From a satellite-like view, she saw a massive undersea eruption between Japan and the Philippines. A tsunami exploded outward, 3 times stronger than the one in 2011. The shock was so powerful it warped the land, merging Hong Kong, Taiwan, and the Philippines into a single landmass. But here's the twist. After this disaster, she saw the Earth entering a brighter, more radiant future. Seems like most of Tatsuki's supposedly accurate predictions were made before her comic was published in 1999. She claims those dreams came before the events, but only Tatsuki herself really knows. And not all of her dreams were spot on, like the ones about Mount Fuji erupting, which never came true. Even her most famous prediction, the 2011 Japan earthquake, wasn't as clear as it sounds. In the comic, she said she saw the date March 11th in a dream, but never saw that it would be the massive earthquake and tsunami. All she noted was the date, nothing more. Now let's look at her vision for 2025, an eruption so massive it fuses multiple countries. To even ask if that's possible, we need to talk tectonic plates. Think of the Earth's crust like a giant cracked eggshell. Each piece is a plate, slowly drifting over a sea of molten rock. When these plates grind, collide, or slip, we get earthquakes, volcanoes, and tsunamis. Here's the layout. The Philippines sits on its own plate, the Philippine Sea Plate. Taiwan is caught between 2 plates, the Philippine Sea and the Eurasian. Hong Kong is firmly planted on the Eurasian plate, so for these places to merge, you'd need multiple massive shifts in the Earth's crust, not one quake, at least 3. And the quake needs to be big enough to rip open the seafloor between Taiwan and the Philippines, push land between Taiwan and Hong Kong, possibly trigger a rupture deep under Luzon, and even then, that kind of transformation would take millions of years, or a disaster on the scale of mass extinction. Could an asteroid do it? A massive asteroid slamming into Earth would be devastating. If it hits land, shockwaves, fires, and destruction across hundreds of kilometers. But if it hits ocean, especially somewhere deep like between Japan and the Philippines, it could be even worse. We're talking mega-tsunamis, with waves over 100 meters high, taller than skyscrapers. But how likely is that? The most famous scare was asteroid 99942, Apophis, about 370 meters wide. At one point, scientists feared it might hit Earth in 2029, but NASA has since confirmed it won't. So is July 5th, 2025 something to worry about? Probably not, but Tatsuki never said she was sure. In her comic, she said she only wanted to warn people, just in case. And with July 5th just over a month away, I guess we'll find out soon enough. If you found this video interesting, don't forget to like and subscribe. And tell us in the comments, what do you think about Ryo Tatsuki's prophecy?